Hi boys and girls, this is Mrs. Pedersen, and we are going to learn about using commas today. I know this has nothing to do with pronouns, but I wanted to tack it in on the end of the pronoun unit. So there are a lot of rules why you need to use commas, but we're just going to focus on 4 of them. So please take these down. The first one is to separate words or groups of words in a series. So for example, if I said Sid, Paolo, and Hans were in Katie's class, I would put a comma after Sid, Paolo, and Hans were in Katie's class. Or the class read books, saw films, and heard stories about China. I would put a comma after books and saw films. Second rule, used after a word such as yes, no, or well at the beginning of the sentence. So if I write, yes, Katie was born in China, I put a comma after yes. Or no, comma, she isn't Chinese. Well, comma, her parents are Americans. Number 3, the names of people directly spoken to are set off by a comma. So if I said Katie, comma, what is China like? Or do you like it there, comma, Katie? Or please, comma, Katie, comma, tell us more. And finally, the last reason why you use a comma is when a last name appears first, a comma separates it from the last name. So Pedersen, comma, Beth, or Waxman, comma, Katie. So we know that's the last name, not the first name. So pause it if you need to, otherwise we're going to go on to the next page where we're going to practice. Here we go. So number your page 1 through 5. You don't have to write down the whole sentence, but maybe write the word that comes before and then the comma. So number 1, were you born in the Chinese capital of Beijing, Katie? So Katie's being spoken directly to, so where should I put the comma? Number 2, yes, but I'm an American because my parents are Americans. So write the word and then the comma. Number 3, my father has been learning to speak, read, and write Chinese. 4, well, his Chinese now is almost as good as his English. And finally 5, I think Hans that we will return to America next summer. So Hans is being spoken directly to. If you need to pause it here, please do so to fill in your words and then the comma after them, because the next page is going to have the answers. Here are your answers. Number 1, you should have a comma after Beijing before Katie, because Katie is being spoken directly to. Were you born in the Chinese capital of Beijing, Katie? Number 2, the comma should come after yes. Yes, because remember rule number 2 said if it's after yes, no, or well, but I'm an American because my parents are Americans. Number 3 is the rule from rule number 1, the series. My father's been learning to speak, comma, read, comma, and write Chinese. Number 4, well, comma, his Chinese now is almost as good as his English. Number 4 is because of the second rule after yes, no, or well. And finally, number 5, I think, comma, Hans, comma, that we will return to, sorry about that interruption, but number 5, I think, comma, Hans, comma, that we will return to America next summer. Hans is being spoken directly to, so that's rule number 3. That's why I put his name between commas. One more page of practice. So where do your commas go? Number 1, Katie has classmates from England, Germany, Italy, and Africa. So write the word and then the comma. Number 2, they study history, art, and music of China at school. Number 3, Katie, are you anxious to see America again? Number 4, yes, Leanne, but I will miss China. Number 5, look, Leanne, there is a beautiful wooden junk. Number 6, the sail is painted with a dragon for good luck, Katie. So if you need to pause it here, because the next page is going to have the answers. Push this up. Here are the answers. So number 1 is a series. So England, comma, Germany, comma, Italy, comma. Number 2 is also a series. History, comma, art, comma. Number 3, Katie spoken directly to. So I put Katie, comma. Number 4, Leanne is being spoken directly to. And there's also a yes. So yes, Leanne. And number 5, Leanne is being spoken to directly. Look, comma, Leanne. And then finally, number 6, Katie's being spoken directly to, so, comma, Katie. So hopefully you've learned all the rules. Make sure that you have the notes down for the four rules that we are focusing on. Have a good day.